This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 express train. The next stop is Fulton Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I know Cousin Paulie's happy that intro's over. How's everyone doing today? Hello, hello, hello. Is my camera crooked right off the bat? Yeah. Let me pull over just a second. Hope everyone's well. Carlos, how you doing, man? Long time no see. Hope everything's well. Edward Jimenez, hello, 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 my friend. Mobland, how are you, sir? Cousin Paulie I saw in here before. And David S. Cameron, the gentleman from across the pond. Hope you're doing well, sir. We're going to take a trip up through Brooklyn. We're going to be going through Midwood. No fly zone. Hey, Teresa Murphy. If Sons of Italy or stand-up dude over there are around, they're going to want to see this because we're going to be going right through their neighborhood. We're going to be going up into Manhattan, and we're going to be going to Randall's Island. Carlos, I'm sure you know where Randall's Island is. My nephew has a double header today. They're already there, so I'm going to go meet them and go watch some baseball. Randall's Island is an island off of Manhattan, near the Bronx, near Rikers Island, actually. Pain like Bane, how you doing, sir? So we're going to be going through southern Brooklyn, Midwood, Brooklyn, the area that Sons of Italy and Stand Up Guy always talk about. That's what we're going to be going through right now. It's my neck of the woods also. We're in Marine Park right now, Avenue U. They always talk about a place called Brennan and Carr. Brennan and Carr is on the left. It's this brown shack that's on the left here. They talk about the roast beef and this truck's going to block our view. But just behind this white truck there is the shack, Brennan and Carr. They take the roast beef, they take the whole sandwich, and they dip it right in the broth. Delicious. This is Avenue U and 29th Street. So this is your Midwood area, I guess. Southern Brooklyn, Avenue U, 29th Street. and we're going to be going up into Manhattan, Randall's Island. So we'll be on the FDR. I got to fix this camera again. Pain like Maine. What's up? What's up? Yeah, Carlos. Randall's Island, I used to play there as a kid because I went to high school in Manhattan. So our home games in baseball were on Randall's Island. We would take the ride from 14th Street, Union Square, over to Randall's Island. We were lucky those games because those were the games we got the little mini buses because they didn't want us taking mass transportation over to the island. But yeah, Randall's Island, that's where we're going, Carlos, right now. We'll take the streets up through Brooklyn. We'll go, all these different areas that they talk about. I'm going to take Bedford Avenue up, anyone that knows the area. So we'll go right through the campus of Brooklyn College. Look at this little cluster we have in front of us. Little K-turn, little guy trying to get out of his spot. We're in a holding pattern here. I'm going to let this guy go over here, that guy go over there. There's a great pork store here on the right between 27th and 28th Street. G&S Pork Store. Old school, classic Italian pork store. Let me give you a swivel just because it's a friend of the family. So let me give him a little shout out right there. G&S Pork Store. I'll give you a little swivel real quick. A little swivel. If you need a sandwich, nice sandwich right here. Avenue U. Between 27th and 26th, between 27th and 26th, G&S Pork Store, classic pork store. Alrighty. I'm sure my dad's eating good today. They're starting up the basketball over at Our Lady of Grace in Gravesend, so he's there registering the kiddies, getting everyone signed up for the basketball this fall. So they're going to go out to eat. After that, they're probably going to go to Vinny's Lunchbox or something over in Gravesend. Tiendo! My man. I put the link in the chat for anyone that wants to come on. I know me and Tiendo usually do our little thing. But if anyone wants to chat, more than welcome. Here's Bedford Avenue. We'll head up north up Bedford. So this is going to take us, we're on the southern portion of Brooklyn. South of us is Sheepshead Bay and Coney Island. So to the left or to the south is Sheepshead Bay, Coney Island, Manhattan Beach. Yeah, Payne, he's very, very involved with youth athletics. There's a church in Gravesend, and he's very much involved. He was involved, when I was a kid as a coach in the whole 9 yards. But then once my father got sick and became permanently disabled, it became more of a hobby that he has held on to keep his mind busy and to keep himself busy, to keep himself physically busy. He doesn't drive much. He's paralyzed on his whole left side of his body, but yet, he drove to Gravesend today. He has no use of his left arm or his left leg. So he's got the right leg for his gas and brake, and he drives with one arm. It's unbelievable. Yankees for Life is in here. I didn't see him, but hey, Yankees, I see everyone's the Yanks. Hope you're doing well. We're in southern Brooklyn, Bedford Avenue. We're heading up north. We're going to cut through the campus of Brooklyn College. I wanted to take you over the Brooklyn Bridge, but it looks like that traffic is brutal, so I'm going to have to go through the tunnel. Hopefully we don't lose service going through the tunnel. There's Yankees for Life. Hey, Jen. How you doing, Jen? We're going to the city. We're not on the island. I know it seems like we're always on friggin' Long Island, but we're in Brooklyn. We're in my stomping grounds, Marine Park, heading up through Midwood. We're going to go to Randall's Island. We're going to go watch some Little League Baseball. Well, I'm going to go watch some Little League Baseball. I'm sure there's a lot going on the island. There's a whole bunch of fields. That's what my thumbnail is. My thumbnail is an aerial of Randall's Island. That's where we're going. It got cut off. There's more fields on the bottom of that picture that I actually had to cut off. Cause Teresa Murphy, I know, I owe the Bronx. I owe you Bronx folks a trip. You, Edwin Jimenez. I know I owe Maggie Fernandez, who comes into our chat, a trip to Corona, Queens. I know. I have to figure out a day where because I would need you guys with me because I don't know the Bronx. I mean, I know it to a certain extent, but not like I know Brooklyn and Queens. I can't speak on the Bronx like I can speak Brooklyn and Queens. So I would love to have someone along, at least in the chat, or even that would come on, that would, can kind of give me the ins and outs of what's going on. Let me just fix this. I'm not loving this. Not loving this camera placement today. Pain like Bane. Let me just read what you have to say here. I knew about his problems. Pain has nothing to respect. I appreciate that. Thank you, Pain. But he continues on. He don't want nobody to feel bad for him. Believe me, he don't want nobody to feel. Oh, look at this.
What is going down?
The dream team. How are you at the end, dude?
All right. I thought I'm in the car, so I just wanted to get in and say hi. And, I'm always
Awesome.
in
I'm
on
sure
the
everyone's
couch.
happy. Right. Yeah. No, I'm sure everyone's happy to see you. And
I wish I could
how's
show
your
everybody the
anything
throughway.
special?
Nah.
Oh,
I tried to show everybody the throughway. All right. Well,
yeah.
go
You
ahead.
have to have it.
Get back to your
Yeah. No.
show.
At the end. Okay. Thank you for saying hello. I
Go ahead. I
appreciate
don't
it, man.
want to
Thank you.
bother you. I'm
No, you
coming in.
don't bother. You never bother. You're great.
I'm coming in from Rochester. I'll be home in a little while, and I'm gonna go live at 3.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I might still be out and floating around because I'm going to Randall's Island to watch some baseball games. They have games 1 and 3 o'clock. So I'll keep an eye on your show. Maybe or maybe I'll tap into that one also if you don't mind, or if you want, or whatever you want to do.
like I said, I'm a little tired. I'm gonna get a little rest. I might be freezing up, and I'll see everybody at 3.
Okay. Yep. Everyone, check out the end. We'll be on at 3. Awesome. Thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate it.
All right, Skipper. Be safe.
You too.
Bye.
He's the man. Thank you for coming in to say hello. Yeah, there he is. Just the end dude. Hey, Tommy Stiggs is in here. Tommy Stiggs, I'm heeding your advice. I'm trying to go as live as possible. We got a trip through Brooklyn. We're gonna cross over Kings Highway now, so we're basically we're heading north right through the center of Brooklyn. We're gonna get to the Battery Tunnel, I believe. I don't think I'm gonna do the Brooklyn Bridge, or maybe we can. I don't know. We'll see as we get a little closer. The route I'm gonna take into Manhattan, but then we're gonna go to Randall's Island. Yeah, Mike F. I'm a, it's it's a thing. It's a thing between the boroughs and Long Island. It's so funny. I have some of my best friends are out on Long Island, and like the way they view the city is like, because it's true. Everything you need is on Long Island. Like Long Island is an extension of New York City, but you don't need New York City if you're on Long Island. Long Island is its own world. So you don't have to deal with the hassles of the city. You can just stay out on Long Island. My daughter's a Long Island girl. You can, yeah, but we have this little friendly rivalry where, to me, it's going to be friggin' Long Island, better than Jersey. Yeah, no, but in all honesty, I know, Jen, believe me, I married into a family from Long Island. And it was so funny just the way they viewed, like, if I would speak to people from other parts of the country, they would be impressed, or not really impressed, but they would love to hear more if I say, oh, I'm from Brooklyn. If I'm speaking to someone from Iowa or Texas or Rhode Island or whatever, Boston, and I'm like, yeah, I'm from Brooklyn, and they might show some interest. Oh, that's cool. You tell someone you're from Brooklyn on Long Island, they're like, what happened? Why'd you get stuck there? Like, why didn't your family leave? Like, what? Like, what? Like, perfect example. My ex-father-in-law, we would go golfing. Now, we were in Mineola, right? There were great golf courses that we can go to in Brooklyn, Marine Park, that I always wanted to try. I always wanted to, try a few in Queens, even Staten Island or the Bronx. No, we would drive east. He would drive 2 hours east before he would drive 45 minutes towards the city. So we would go east. So funny. Hello, crazy Spitfire Finn. Are you a football fan, a real football fan, or as David S. Cameron likes to say, the Americanized version of rugby? Yes, Teresa Murphy. I feel the same with that Bronx thing too. Very similar, where like it was two different worlds. Like Brooklyn and Queens are in one. We kind of transverse Brooklyn and Queens like it's nothing, and then Manhattan's its own world. But then the Bronx is its own thing. Long Island's its own thing. They're all their own kind of. Where if you're from there and you live there, you don't have to come to the city. You don't have to go to the city. That's why in normal times the city, Manhattan, is filled with tourists and people that just travel into work for the day. That's typically what you would generally see in Manhattan. Nowadays, it seems like all the civil servants and like the firefighters and the police officers and all the city workers, they all live on Long Island. Steve Totola, how you doing? Cracking some brewskis over there. And Chusak. Is that supposed to be like Chusak? Like you suck? But like if you said it like if you were in the Bronx? That's true, Mr. Bain. Yes, no fly zone weekends. Hopefully, I think they're going to be back Monday, Carlos said. Please subscribe to them. No fly zone weekends. Weekend. Why did I say it like that? Weekends. This is Brooklyn College. So we're coming into to Brooklyn College. This is the campus. The campus is going to be on our right and our left starting now. Obviously, I don't think there's any classes going on at the moment. It's a Saturday afternoon. I forgot to kind of update you guys on what the deal is. It's Saturday afternoon, Brooklyn College. See if I can give you a swivel. Let's give you a swivel into Brooklyn. Just a little swivel. Saturday afternoon, September 10th. It is 80 degrees. There's a little swivel into you can't really see too well. You don't really see much. It's a typical, city campus where it's just a bunch of buildings, but yeah, not a very good swivel. I needed to adjust this anyway, so that's really why I wanted a swivel. Okay, let me get this straight. Yeah, Tommy Stiggs. It's same thing with like Long Island. If I'm on the island and I'm speaking to someone like that I don't know too well, and I tell them that my entire family still lives in Brooklyn, they look at me like I have 9 heads. I had someone specifically tell me that he was from Suffolk County. I did not like this man. He was an arrogant prick, and there's not many people that I don't like. You got to give me a reason not to like you. This man, he was a project manager. He thought his shit didn't stink, really. And he literally told me, he goes, when I think of people in Brooklyn, I think of the people that were too poor to leave. That's what he said. And you know what? I'm not saying there might not be some truth to that. I mean, don't get me wrong. But, like, what? Like, what? Like, this is Brooklyn, bro. You live in the suburbs. And he lived way out in Suffolk County. Like, way out in the boonies. Like, get the hell out of here. My parents just don't refuse to leave Brooklyn. Refuse. I mean, look at what I just told you with my father. And he's able to go to Gravesend. I kind of ties back to when we get into the big argument or the big discussions in the genre, or about organized crime, or about different areas of New York City. The neighborhoods have changed drastically. They have. I'm not going to deny that. Neighborhoods have changed. But not everyone has left. Of all types of people. Straight-edged people, not straight-edged people, doctors, lawyers. The perfect example. We're going to watch this baseball game right now. This is Flatbush Avenue in front of me now. Flatbush Avenue Junction, Foster Avenue. getting up more towards like the centralized Brooklyn area, getting a little closer to the city. But the perfect example is there's a law firm that sponsors my nephew's baseball team, sponsored by a law firm. Me and my family know um, the two partners. They're brothers. They have more money than God. Their father was a doctor who was very good friends with my father, and he passed away of a massive stroke. Then my father had the stroke. Crazy, but his friend died of the stroke right before. These two kids have more money than God. You know where they live? Anybody want to take a guess? My favorite neighborhood in Brooklyn. If anyone can remember what my favorite neighborhood in Brooklyn is, I will give you nothing because I have nothing to get. Danny Stories, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. So we're on Foster Avenue now. Foster Avenue, crossing over Ocean Avenue. We're going to take this over to Ocean Parkway, Church Avenue over there. No, not Skid Row, Pain Like Pain. They live in Diker Heights. Diker Heights, Brooklyn. They got more money than they know what to do with. He's got an Aston Martin. He could buy a house in Jersey or Connecticut just for fun. He's in Diker Heights. So it's just, keep that in mind. Now, it plays into the larger argument of New York City in that I don't know if any of you have actually read the description on my page, but I thought of that all by myself in this little peon brain of mine. That whatever you want to call it, that paragraph in my description of my page, that these neighborhoods might have changed. The origins of the people might be different. They might look different. They might sound different. The languages on the storefronts might be different. But this is still Brooklyn. This is still Brooklyn, New York. What made Brooklyn, New York is not completely gone. Saludos! Is YouTube suggesting my video out? Tommy Stiggs, this is what we're talking about here. El Tigre! Are you a Tiger Woods fan? Hello, sir, and welcome. Skip, take us to where Carlo Gambino lived. Oh, crap. Edwin, because that's down, it's down south by kind of where we were. We kind of passed that already, Edwin. But he was on Ocean Park, so he was on this road that we're coming to, that we're gonna get on, and we're gonna go north. He was all the way on the southern part of it, kind of down by where we just were to the left. We got to go right. But he was in Gravesend. He was right by, in the neighborhood. Flatbush. Alrighty, let me get up in here. Yeah, no, Payne. That I got to make sure I go strapped. I got to go into the Bronx. I need someone to navigate so I know where I'm going in the Bronx. Make sure I bring my vest, and we'll do that. Hey, from Scotland. How are you? There are some other friends here from across the pond. And thank you, El Tigre. Much appreciated. Angela's Journey. Welcome back, Angela's Journey. Remember, you've been in here before. Welcome back. So here's Ocean Parkway. This is what's going to take us up to the Prospect Expressway and to the tunnel, and or bridge if we decide to do that. I would love to take you over the bridge, but I don't know if that's gonna work. Ocean Parkway, Parkville Avenue, coming up to Newkirk Avenue. These are all stops on the Q train. If you take the Q train, that's the train I took up to high school. These are all the stops. Newkirk, and then you come up to Church Avenue. Church Avenue is going to be the last avenue before this turns into a highway. You're going to begin to see skyline. It's a nice clear day. So hopefully, yeah, I could tell already. I could see the downtown Brooklyn skyline already. You guys can probably already see it, that dark, narrow building. It's still under construction. That's right, Jen Tobin. See, the Long Islanders, whenever I would mention Ocean Parkway, would always assume I'm talking down on Jones Beach. Nope. Ocean Parkway in Brooklyn. This is the main thoroughfare going north to south. It goes down. The southern portion is Coney Island, basically, by the Coney Island Aquarium and where the train station is. This goes all the way down to there, to that ocean, and then brings you all the way up. This was back in the day, there were no speed cameras. They had the lights coordinated a little better. You were able to fly up this. Now, you can't go anywhere fast, but it's still the best route to go north to south. Harry and Meghan will appear somewhere. I just got that alert. Yeah, Jen. Ocean Parkway. We also have Ocean Avenue here, too. There's a lot of other roads that cross over, like Argyle. There's an Argyle Road in Mineola, and there's an Argyle Road that we just passed right here. There's a few of them. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. Hope I didn't miss anyone else coming in here. I don't think so. We got Danny Stories in here also. Okay, let's continue on. Cortelli Road, another stop on the Q train. Christopher Toro. I don't think there's anything going on right now. I'm looking, I got the GPS right in front of me. The BQ is a disaster, so I'm thinking, I don't know if it's going to be worth just sitting on the BQE, because we kind of would have a nice view getting over to the Brooklyn Bridge. I could swivel over to the left. I am showing some traffic going through the tunnel now. There was not traffic in the tunnel when I left, but I am showing traffic in the tunnel now. I don't know, Christopher Toro. This might be a little dicey. You might be right, because Christopher Toro is 100% correct in that when we come out of the Battery Tunnel, you're staring at the World Trade Center, and we all know that tomorrow is the day. I was trying to figure out if I could do something like I would love to rewalk my steps on that day. That would include walking over the bridge into Brooklyn. I don't know. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'd be able to do anything this year that would be worthwhile. Because my story on that day is pretty wild. I was actually just telling my daughter, I've never really discussed 9/11 with she's going to be 8 years old, but whenever I pick her and we come back, we're coming back into Queens and we pass the city, I always love pointing out the city, pointing out the skyline. So my daughter could point out the skyline. She could point out different. Yes, David S. Cameron, the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. That's what it's called. Well, it was. I think they might have renamed that also. But the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. Battery has to do with a term for down there, not like a power battery. So anyway, I'll always point out the skyline. I'll point out the Empire State Building, and then like when I'm taking her back on like a Sunday night, the Empire State Building will always be lit up. We'll see what color it is. So I've always kind of like pointed out the city to her, but I've never discussed 9/11 with her. And we're coming this morning. I pick her up. I got her, and we see the skyline. And I'm like, it's a clear day. You can see the skyline. And she's like, I read some book in school about the Twin Towers. I'm like, you what? You who? This is Church Avenue. So Church Avenue here, cross over Church Avenue. Now this becomes the Prospect Expressway. So I'm like, you read a book about the Twin Towers? And she's like, yeah. So I'm like, you know what happened? Like, I didn't want to, I'm like, so, you know what happened? And I'm like, Daddy was like, he was in high school. He was in Manhattan. He was on, 14th Street. I was past them. I was up, because we're looking from the south. So I'm like, I was on the other side of them. She's like, what? She's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I had to walk home. I didn't really get into all the details of it, but it was the first time where I kind of was like, yeah, no, like, I was there, I wasn't at ground zero, but I was in Manhattan on 14th Street, 16th Street, Union Square when that was all going down. I was 14 years old. It was my first week of high school. My dad, oh my God, my parents were freaking out. I can only imagine. They were freaking out way more than I was, or we were. We didn't grasp the significance of what was going on. But you imagine you live in Brooklyn, you send your kid on the subway to Manhattan, to high school, and then the second day of high school that happens. El Tigre. I'm a half a Cuban, if you're asking me. Yeah, I mean, I would love to. I kind of wish it fell on a weekday because Sunday's a kind of a really tough day. Like, weekends in general are tough unless I have something like this. Like right now, just for example, you know, I'm going to my nephew's baseball game, but my daughter is playing with my niece because my niece didn't want to go to the game. So like they're playing, they're hanging out with my mother and my sister. And she's doing her thing. She didn't want anything to do with me. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go take a ride and go watch the game. But I would love to do something where we can kind of just, I don't know. I'll see how tomorrow goes. If we can just revisit that day, I'm sure there's a lot of stories. The Statue of Liberty is in front of us. This is the one where Co-Train didn't believe it, but it is actually up there. You can't see it. I'm sorry, you just can't. But anyway, yeah, that September 11th. Then today's conversation was pretty cool with my daughter, and my parents must have been freaking out. But speak of the devil, there it is, One World Trade Center right in front of you, standing at 1,776 feet tall. David S. Cameron, can you please tell us why we built the Freedom Tower, and we call it the Freedom Tower, and it stands at 1,776 feet tall? There it is. Screen right. Not gonna lie, I do miss there being two of them. And I actually heard, I think Dutch Maz saying that there is the two World Trade Centers coming along. That there might be a twin to this one. So we'll see. Uh, hey, Finn, you're a Greek. I know some Greeks. They're an interesting bunch. So Christopher Toro ain't Christopher Toro. So we go BQE. So line in front of you. You got Manhattan to your screen right over here. One World Trade Center. This is all Jersey. Stiggs. That's all Jersey right there. That's Jersey City, Hoboken, all that nine. But that skyline you see off to the left is actually Jersey because, let's see when we come to this stop. I'm going to grab my pen. From here to the right is Manhattan. From here to the left, Jersey. All of a sudden, what's up, man? BK Shaolin's finest, bro. What's going on, man? I'm telling you, next time I'm going to. Well, I got to go to Jersey on Tuesday, so maybe on my way back, if I go live, if you catch me live, let me know. Shaolin, because we definitely got to go cruising around Staten. Because if I go, like I was saying with the Bronx, if I go cruising around Staten Island, I don't know where I am, so I'm gonna need some, a little guidance, a little assistance. You know what I mean? Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, not necessary. I got it. But the Bronx and Staten Island, eh. They rearranged all this too. This lane used to be a lane that had to go to the tunnel. Now they got this all. I don't know. Google's still telling me to take the tunnel. I know, Tommy Stiggs. The visuals on that. Cool, BK. That would be awesome, man. I think, like I said, I know Tuesday I have to run to Jersey, so we'll see. Oh, what to do, what to do, what to do, what to do. I mean, the thing is, there's traffic in the tunnel also. So I'm thinking I might just keep you on the BQE. That way, at least I know I'm not going to lose service and you'll have visuals. Because if I go in the tunnel, I might lose you. All right. I'm near Vice, Christopher Toro. I'm not going in the tunnel. We're going to go this way. We're going to be in a bunch of traffic now, but hopefully you guys are enjoying yourself. Hopefully you guys are having a nice conversation. Because this is going to be a slow move for the next probably about 10 minutes. We're going to be crawling. But, in my humble opinion, besides what Tommy Stiggs has over there, this is your best view of Manhattan. So I'll see as we get a little closer if I could do a little swivel if necessary. But the skyline should be in front of you the whole time. I said hi to Giovi, right? Yep. What do we got now here? Hang on, little tomato. Oh, man. You guys are great. Again, that link's in the chat if anyone wants to come in and talk or whatever. Or if you need it dropped again, by all means, just ask. Nelson, you're correct, my friend. The Brooklyn Promenade. Carroll Gardens, Park Slope. You're correct, my friend. This is the best view. This is the best view of Manhattan. Hopefully, if this just loosens up just a little so we can move just a little better. It will be slow for a couple of minutes. Hey, Gava. Gava. Is that Russia? France? Russia, France? Sorry, I got a glare here. I can't really. No, I'm sorry. It's only two colors. I'm so sorry. I got a glare on the screen. I know there's a flag there, but I can't really tell where that flag is flying from. Yeah, all the way to Atlantic. I think after Atlantic, Christopher Toro, it does open up a little. It loosens. That's the worst exit there. They've rearranged all these exits though. They've made kind of like exit only lanes, and so if there's a certain way you're used to going. Stiggs, there's Jersey. See this building, or is it right over here? That's like by when you're on the turnpike heading south, and you got Newark Airport on your right. That building's on the left. Like, I don't know exactly what town that would be in Jersey. But here now coming into South Brooklyn, not Southern Brooklyn, South Brooklyn, because it's south of Manhattan. I believe where Carol Mahal hails from. There's some more baseball going on over here at the right. Little kid. I couldn't be playing baseball easy. Okay. So Christopher Toro, we have another decision. Do we go over the Brooklyn Bridge and then take the FDR Drive up? So I'm going to Randall's Island, just so you guys know. Do I go over the Brooklyn Bridge, take that to the FDR and take the FDR up? Do I take this 287 through Queens? We could hit another borough and another county, go over the Kosciuszko, go over the Triborough. That's Randall's Island. Now, that's the way that Google's telling me to go. For you out-of-town folks, you're sitting there saying, Skip, what the hell are you talking about? And I'm sorry. Yeah, Edwin, it's hot. I'm going to miss this when it's gone. I love the heat. I love the heat. I love the heat. Love it. I hate the cold, hate the winter. Can't stand the fall, because to me, the fall is just a preview of the winter. I like hot. I like hot. But that's just me. Stay on it, Chris, you think? All right. You got it, bro. That works for me. That definitely works for me. That's easier for me than having to deal with the FDR. GABA. Canadian? Was it a Canadian flag? I don't know. I'm all confused now. Yeah, we'll do the Williamsburg ride. Exactly. That's what we'll do then. That's what we'll do. We'll go up above Williamsburg. That works for me. I don't even have to get out of this lane then. Perfect. Oh, but Oliver Sutton wants BB. I don't know now. I see Oliver Sutton. I didn't see that. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. What was it saying? I like my coffee like I like my women, light and sweet. Was that what was it saying? Well, I like my weather like I like my women, hot. Hey, Belgium. Welcome from Belgium. How are you? Yeah, so we're gonna be. I don't know, Christopher Toro and Nelson. We have a couple out of towners that I think might want to go over the Brooklyn Bridge. You know what, Mike F? I would I would love to experience it. Who knows? Let's just say I moved somewhere where I got where I want what I wanted. I'm not going to be ignorant and say, oh, there's no way I would be like, oh, I made a mistake. I don't know. My body is used to New York City weather. In my honest hearts of heart, I think I would thrive in a tropical or desert climate. That's just my honest opinion. I never, ever am like hampered by the heat. I just, and I've played baseball my whole life and I've golfed and like, but I understand. The cold just does something to me. It really does. It just, big guy. Old Trip with Skip. What's going on, big guy? How you doing? I know, Teresa. I'm so believe me. My sister wants to move to Alaska. She is the complete opposite of me. Same with my mother. My father, no. See, my father, he's my Cuban. He's Cuban. He's got dark skin and he loves the heat. Loves it, just like me. My mother, on the other hand, they love the fall. They love the fall. Arizona, David. Yeah, no, I've I had ex family that moved out there to Sunrise, I think, or Surprise, not Sunrise, Surprise. And I've heard, I've heard the stories about the heat. Believe me, I've heard you can't even go outside in the middle of the day. It's too hot. What I say to that is that in the next couple of weeks, starting, let's just say Halloween, let's just say from Halloween to Memorial Day weekend, I don't want to go outside. I have no desire to go outside when it's cold out. And to me, cold is 40 degrees, 45 degrees. It's cold. Zero desire to go outside to do anything. So to me, I understand that argument. Oh, in Arizona, it's 119 degrees in the middle of the day. You can't do anything. Okay, I get it. No humidity, though, right? I don't know. There's a lot of days in the summer, the winter, here in New York, where it doesn't break 30 degrees. I don't know. I have zero desire to do anything or go anywhere near outside when it's like here. I lose all interest to be outdoors come the fall. Zero interest to be outdoors. And I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. Edwin, they were from Havana. Hey, see you, Chris Vitoro. Gianni Catalano, how you doing? Mr. Catalano, thank you for joining us. We're in this bit of traffic here, as Nelson so kindly pointed out. We're about to come up to the Brooklyn Promenade pretty soon. We're going to get a pretty cool view of the Manhattan skyline very, very soon. I'm kind of torn now if I should stay on or go Brooklyn Bridge. We had a couple of folks from out of town. Finn Freak, I'm going to Randall's Island. Going to Randall's Island to go watch some Little League Baseball. Randall's Island is an island just east of Manhattan. It's kind of in between Manhattan and Rikers Island. You can see Rikers Island from Randall's Island. It's my thumbnail. If you check out my thumbnail, it's an actual picture of Randall's Island. Yeah, and with what you do, Teresa Murphy, and I can understand with what you do or what Thiendu does, you know, working in that heat is not ideal. Like, I get it. I really do. But physically and mentally, it's not good. I swear it's why all the holidays are positioned where they are. I'm telling you, it's because it's to get people into good spirits. It's why you need Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that crap, is to get people out of the doldrums. All right, let me give you a slight swivel here while I can, because New York City is going to be front and center now. I'll give you a little upward tilt. Okay, so this is actually the same spot as like when I do my intro video that Cousin Paulie loves so much. This is the money shot. You got the Brooklyn Promenade, as Nelson mentioned, on the right. New York City. One World Trade Center. So you're looking south to north. Downtown right there to the left. Peck's Slip, as Tommy Stiggs mentioned, right there to the left under the bridge. Midtown up ahead. Empire State Building up ahead. One van at the Grand Central Station. Brooklyn Promenade is above us. So that's walkable. You can walk up there. You get the best views. See if I could swivel you hard a little more right while I can. Yep, let's go like that. Perfect. That's One World Trade right there. The site of the Twin Towers. Yep, there's Peck Slip Stiggs down there by the seaport. Hopefully it's coming through good. Don't worry, I'll keep my eyes on the road. So I'll get on the Brooklyn Bridge. I'll get on the bridge for you folks, just because I know we have some out-of-towners here. Otherwise, I probably would have done the Williamsburg ride, as you said, Nelson, but I know we got a couple of requests, so let's go Brooklyn Bridge. Let's go Brooklyn Bridge. Brooklyn Bridge. We're going to go into Manhattan. The Manhattan Bridge is in front of you. That's what I walked over on 9/11, walked over the Manhattan Bridge. But they run parallel. Alrighty. Hopefully this traffic ain't too bad. Hopefully we can move at a pretty steady pace. Look at all those tourists. Mud on with these tourists walking this bridge. Holy cow, they got one lane closed over. Yeah, cut me off. That's no problem, buddy. You can cut me off. That's fine. I'll do my work and go around you. That's okay. We could work it like that. That's no problem. Drive. Brooklyn Bridge. New York City. Going from Brooklyn to Manhattan. Funny, Stig. We were talking about this Peck Slip over here, and we're going to be right above it. You can still kind of see One World Trade off to the left there, peeking through the steel of the Brooklyn Bridge. You have tons of tourists. This is the last. Again, how I mentioned with fall. I mean, me personally, I don't mind like this baseball game we're going to right now. If it was 10, 15 degrees cooler, I'd be like, nah, I don't thank you. But the city's still popping right now. Anyone see Action Kid's back? Action Kid's back in town. He was back in Manhattan yesterday. I got to try to run into him one day. That would be cool. Thank you, Vincent. Much appreciated, buddy. Cousin Paulie. Cousin Paulie. I thought you were going to make me a new intro. Isn't that what you said? You said you were going to make me one for free. So this is Manhattan. Downtown Manhattan. Little pecker slip, like Tommy Stiggs likes to say. No, just kidding. So we're going to go up the FDR Drive. Actually, where I think is another one of my favorite, the best views you can get, I think, when you come up right along 23rd Street when we're coming up the FDR Drive. You guys know what I'm talking about. We hit the United Nations and all that. Beautiful. But yeah, so here's another view back at the Brooklyn Bridge. That's where we just came over. We're right down here by Pearl Street. Maybe that's the street you were thinking of, Pearl Street, Mr. Stiglione. Peck Slip. These apartment buildings right here off to the left, and then off to the right here is like the South Street Seaport and all that. That other Chinatown that Stiggs was talking about. See that? Stiggs talks about it, and we get it done. We show it. That's how we do over here. We talk about it, and we show it. There's the Manhattan Bridge right there. Lower East Side. Oh, Mike F. Cool, man. Good. Good. I'm happy. That's what I want to hear. Good. Thank you. I mean, it was funny, too. Someone made the joke in Stiggs' channel saying it's like a TV show. I mean, I didn't even think of that, but this is probably amazing to watch on a big flat screen TV. Like, I would highly suggest that. Even if you got to, I try not to keep comments up there too much, but, this on a big screen TV has got to be pretty cool, as long as the service is good. So this is the FDR Drive. We're heading north, up Manhattan. Off to your right, you're going to see, that's where Williamsburg, those buildings to the right, and we're going to cross under the Williamsburg Bridge. Yeah, Pearl Street, yep. I figured that street was the one that you were talking about. Yeah, Carlos, right? This is pretty cool. I've always thought this would be cool if I could somehow figure out a way to share this with the world, and guess what? I figured it out. Man, they're doing a lot of construction over here. There's fields over here I used to play baseball on right here on the right. They got this all jammed up over here. So the Williamsburg Bridge is in front of us. Yeah, a lot going on. Wow, I haven't been here in a few weeks, and this is like, what'd they do over here? Because there used to be, they got rid of all the fields. Holy crap. But yeah, Williamsburg Bridge. So that takes you over into Williamsburg, Brooklyn. I believe on this side it's Cohanty Street. Yeah, no, all of a sudden, it's why I came in this way. Honestly, if it was all locals and I was really in a rush, I would have just stayed in Brooklyn, like Nelson said, gone, and Christopher Toro, just stayed, gone BQE, Triborough Bridge. But I want to show you guys this as much as I can. I mean, this is, like I said, I still think I could turn my voice off and just keep this thing rolling, and you can't beat this content. We'll have a little slowdown coming up, but this shouldn't be too bad. We'll be on Randall's Island in about 20 minutes. I could do some driving around. Hopefully, I keep service on the island. That's the one thing I'm kind of worried about. So I'll let you know, like, as we're getting onto this island. I'm assuming there's going to be cell phone service on this island. Like it's New York City in 2022. Assuming we'll be okay. I would love to, Teresa Murphy. I would love to. I still am trying to nail down a day to go and grab coffee and lunch with him. I'm trying to nail down a day to go grab lunch with BK Shallon. I'm trying to nail down a day to go down to Philly with cousin Paulie over there. If you're in touch with Vinny and you tell Vinny, if I'm invited, tell him to reach out to me. He's got my number. He can call me, text me at any time, and I'll make that happen. This here is what I think is one of the great views here now. So we're coming up to that Midtown area. So we're leaving the 20s now. But right here, when we wrap around, you're gonna see everything on this view. All of Midtown. Let me see if I can slow it down as much as I can. Well, here we wrap here first, and you're gonna get a glimpse of the Empire State Building right there. Right? So that's Midtown, 34th Street. And then as we wrap, then you're just going to get another look at the skyline again. And then smack there in front of you is going to be the United Nations. One Vanderbilt is the tall guy right there. That's one Vanderbilt. That's brand new. That's at Grand Central Station. There was a big fight to build that because of the air rights. The air rights to the MetLife building right there. They didn't want to give up those air rights. Air rights are a big deal. If you folks don't know what air rights are, not now, at a later date, Google it. It's fascinating. Just quick, in 10 seconds. You know how you have real estate, yeah, right? Like this building right here has this real estate, right? And it's from this block to that block to this block to that block. Physical, ground level real estate. Well, in New York City, the real estate extends up. So that if you buy real estate, say in one spot, you have the rights to that real estate all the way up, and the sight lines and the views that you would get from all the way up, if that makes sense. So a building can come right next to you and build right up next to you and take your airspace away, your air rights away, if that makes any sense. Big battle where around Grand Central Station, they wanted to keep the zoning at low buildings. They didn't want a high skyscraper because you had a lot of grandfathered in buildings with old air rights that kept the skyline low around Grand Central Station, so that those buildings from around Grand Central Station would be able to see out to the rest of the skyline. I worked in the MetLife building before One Vanderbilt was built, and it's true that One Vanderbilt took all the sight lines out. This right here is the United Nations. This right here. This is the United Nations. They're building a new building over here. But yeah, there are the I don't know how else to explain it without sounding like an idiot. But if that makes any sense, like when you purchase property in Manhattan, it's not just the property of the ground that the building's built on. It's also the property up and the sight lines that gives you. You're entitled to those sight lines when you purchase that property with a certain air right around it. I'm going to get off this because I'm not an expert on it and I probably sound like an idiot. But it's true. Yeah, no, it's true. I just don't know. I don't know how to really explain it. But I know that was the big battle with One Vanderbilt. They've been trying to build it for years, and they finally, I think they had other buildings had to sell their air rights to the developers of One Vanderbilt. Yeah, Carlos, it's I guess Chicago it's a thing, and LA it's a thing, but it's many people around here don't know about it. And let me tell you something. I know some guy that's into that. He's got more money than those lawyers I was talking about before. Money. You think New York City real estate is big? You know how much, what that real estate's worth? Because think about it. If there's too many buildings around you, it doesn't matter how tall your building is. You look out, you're not going to see anything. Like when I was in high school, you looked out our building. My high school didn't have air. You looked out, you saw another building. You didn't need to see anything. There's plenty of places in Manhattan you can live where you look out your window, you see a brick wall in front of you. But there's also other places where you look out and you get a view, and that view is worth something. So this right here off to the right is the Queensboro Bridge, 59th Street Bridge. Takes you over into Queens, Long Island City. Ooh, some shade. Maybe I can see the chat now. Well, it's tough to see in the glare. All right, Teresa, was I somewhat close on that and Carlos? I think. Just make sure I didn't miss. Yeah, that was that narrow, tall, light-colored facade building. Yes, that was the United Nations right there. We're passing it basically like now. It's going to be right on our extreme left. That's right. 59th Street Bridge. I've never been in. I've never been inside. I've been to a few like buildings around it that were associated with it. We laid carpet in. I forgot whose embassy it was. What? Oh, it was an interesting story too because there was something going on in that country. I forgot what embassy or whatever was going on, but we laid carpet in one of the office buildings. Street. They put me through the ringer to get into that building. Let me tell you. If I had any unpaid parking tickets, they would have told me. Jeez. Is I can't really show it to you, but it's right here, right off. And there's the Queensboro Bridge. Okay, thanks, Carlos. Don't freeze on me now. Okay. Tommy Stiggs, entiendo. If I've learned that on StreamYard, when once you get in the studio and you have your studio open on your phone, try your hardest not to close that stream, that screen, because I feel like StreamYard will work perfectly fine. But like, let's say right now, close the screen and go to a different screen or something, it starts acting finicky. Yes, Stiggs. Come on down, Stiggs. Hey, Claudio Perry. Good people over here. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. Little floater action. Just try atmosphere. The guy's a guy, all right? Just saying. How you doing? Minkyo, this traffic. This left lane ends. These folks all go to. Actually, the last time I was live with you guys, we got off this exit on the left, and I think we went over the 59th Street Bridge. That bridge, right? We got on that outer roadway. Just saying.
All right, buddy. Am I
Look
in
at
here?
this. You are here.
Crazy. This is my real quick. This is my point from this morning, bro. This is what people need and want. If you were driving all this way and saying nothing, it means nothing.
You're right. No, you're right in a sense. Although I have my opinion on my voice and myself, but based on the feedback I get, and I know I was talking to cousin Paulie about it too, because I was even thinking about like narrating a pre or something, and then stopping it and then having music on it. And he's like, no, he's like, you just got to talk and tell people where they're at. So I think
Yeah.
you're right. I just have to keep on doing it like this. I think I can't take the easy way out like
No.
Action Kid, because Action Kid at the same time, he's got a huge channel.
Huge.
So I
Well,
guess he can just throw
Listen,
Yeah, go ahead, Stiggs.
you're going to get there. You have to hashtag what you're doing right now. Randall's Island hashtag. You know, this is going to blow up, or this is going to blow up. This is what people want. People love this shit. Like you said before, people sitting at their TV. I can't imagine right now watching this on a 75. I'm watching on a phone. I can't imagine watching this on a 75-inch TV. It must be sick.
Right. I just put you solo, so I know people.
Yeah.
I'll bring it back on. But yeah,
It's
no,
okay.
for real. I didn't even think of it until Ralph said it. Ralph Mucci in your chat. He was like, "Oh, it sounds like a TV show," and I'm like, you know what? I can't believe I never even thought to tell people like, "Hey,
Yep.
if you can, put this on a TV."
Yes, because he told me, I'm watching you on a big screen. I said, what? He was texting me on the side. He said, I'm watching you on a 75-inch television having coffee. I said, holy shit, I never thought about that. So, but
Right,
listen,
it's true.
back up 1 second. So you went past Peck Slip, you went past Southbridge Towers, where my friend lives. He used to live on Mulberry Street, above the Raven Knight, 2 stories above the Raven Knight, I believe.
I was going to type that into the chat. The Ravenite. Yep.
They relocated a lot of those people. They built Southbridge Towers down there and relocated many, many, many of the residents from Mulberry Street down to that area.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
no, it's
where,
like I don't really cruise around that area too
yeah,
much, like down
I
there. But
understand.
I would love to check it out down there.
So that's what happened there. That's where all those buildings came from. Now, fast forward, they had a lottery to get into there. They're worth millions now. They're like $1 million something now. But way back, there was a lottery in there. My friend was getting me in the lottery there to grab a joint for $600 a month. Can you imagine that? At Southbridge Towers, which is actually Pearl Street, which you go through from Peck Slip. I guess you make a right by Peck Slip and you go up into Pearl Street or Fulton Street in the back. I think, if I remember correctly.
Right. Yeah, it's a little confusing down there if you don't know it. It's not big, so you can't really get too lost, but it's a little confusing.
It is confusing. I kind of know it now because my dear friend of mine lives there, but it can be confusing. But that's the history, real quick. That's a tidbit for your crew, that the Southbridge Towers, which are by Peck Slip, Pearl Street, it's highly populated by people that came from Little Italy, Mulberry Street.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. That's very cool. Yep. Very, very cool.
So that's a story for you there. I'm going to bang out because I'm enjoying this, and I want you to do your thing. All right, buddy?
Okay, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, Tommy.
Right. Enjoy. Talk to you later.
All right, see ya.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome. Awesome. Couple of guests, people popping in, content creators popping in. Oh, man. Nelson. I believe we're in this 90s. This is 96th Street exit. Gracie Mansion on the left. Yeah, this is the 96th Street exit heading north. So what does that mean? Yeah, 92nd Street's on the left here, Gracie Mansion. Upper East Side. The wealthiest zip code in Manhattan. Although I'm sure Tribeca gives it a run for its money, but Upper East Side has got some bucks. Getting into Uptown. Sagmore. Seymour Sagnetti. How are you doing, sir? I don't think I said hello to you on the way in. Hope I didn't miss anyone else coming in here. Hey, you're right. It's so funny because I understand the anxiety. I don't feel it anymore. I'm very just used to it. I'm just so used to it. I just like so used to it. I laugh at people on the road now. But you're right. Very cool. Yeah, the history down there is, I mean, I'm okay. I'm okay, Mr. Sagnetti. I'm okay. Thank you. Alrighty, so FDR Drive, up into the hundreds now. I know Nelson wanted to know. Getting up to the exit for the Triborough Bridge. The Triborough Bridge is at 125th Street. That's like the beginning of Harlem. But we're going to bounce out. I'll warn you guys now, we're probably like 4 minutes from Randall's Island. If I start to buffer, probably not going to come back. because I'm going to be on the island. So just fair warning. I'll go into the chat and I'll say goodbye, but fair warning, if I start to buffer hard, that might be all, folks. Nunzio, how you doing, Nuns? We're going over to Randall's Island. So we're going to go toward the Triborough Bridge here, but we don't actually... So we take the Triborough Bridge from Manhattan halfway through and then veer off onto this little island. We don't go all the way into Queens or to the Bronx. But we're on this Triborough Bridge a lot. Let me offer in already. Okay, guys, I'm gonna try to go as far as I can onto this island. Maybe once I get actually onto the island, it might be just because this is a bridge. Hang. Let's see. So this is the Triborough Bridge. Randall's Island. Keep left. Shit. Thought it was still right. Damn it. We gotta go towards the Bronx. I don't want to go to the Bronx. Who wants to go to the? I'm just kidding. Um, no, that's on the right. Oh, it is on the left. Okay. They switched this up. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. Randall's Island. Effing feet. Let's keep service. And now the fun part's going to be finding, because I have no clue where they're playing, and this is, as you can see from my thumbnail, this is a fairly large complex. I could probably get you a view of Rikers Island too if you wanted. I mean, it's obviously going to be a view from a distance. I mean, like, I can't work miracles for you, but where are we going? Where are we going? Baseball fields. Okay, baseball fields. Bronx? No, I don't want Bronx. No, wait, why'd I go this way? Traffic. No. Okay, we don't want the Bronx. No to the Bronx. We passed a whole bunch of baseball fields over there too. Okay, so we're gonna wrap around this way. Yeah, I could see Rikers already. Rikers is right over there. See if I can get you a view of that. And destinations. This is a big spot for for city training. Oh, there's a huge indoor track over there on the right. That's what's also over here. FDNY, the Fire Academy, is over here. Training and stuff. Sanitation, they do their training out here. Sport time. All right, let's. We still good? We still got service? We're still rolling. This is good if we're still rolling. I don't plan on stopping at many stop signs on these. All right, kids. That's not his team. I got to try to spot out their jersey. I wish. Well, Teresa Murphy, you're like Little League in New York City stuff, but I wish Coltrane was here too to see this. Because Coltrane's more of like Boston. Teresa Murphy. You kind of you know the deal, Teresa Murphy. You know the deal. Oh yeah, he's one of their coaches. I don't know who that guy is though. I just look for all the nice cars because All right, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do over here. I'll at least give you a view in. All right, good, Carlos. Good. Okay, so we might be good. Let's see what we can do in here. Let's see what we can do in here. All right, I see. I think this is their same team, but the older team, which would make sense if the older team is okay. This guy is just going to stop here. All right. Yeah, when I get around the other side, I could probably just give you a view of Rikers. Let me see. This is all city owned. Let's see. What a cluster. What? Look at these cars. BMW X7, Tesla, and then your E-Class going right over there too. BMW 5 Series. See, when you're in E-Class Benz, you just stop what you want. You do what you want because it's your world. I'm just paying rent for you to drive your Benz. All right, so that's not them over there. Where the hell are they? Is that them over there? I don't think so. This kid's not on their team. Go ahead, young kid. Go ahead, youngin. Go ahead, sir. So wash those pants. It's true over here. Okay. At least if I could see cars that I recognize, maybe I'll know. I don't see any cars I recognize. I don't see the uniforms I recognize. I know there's fields. Oh, God, there's fields everywhere. We'll figure this out. We'll figure this out together. How about that? We'll figure this out together. Alrighty. I have a feeling these are the nicer fields back here. Can I just keep driving back here? Like, the red team here. This team is blue, by the way. So if you guys see a blue team, that's the team I need. So straight ahead is Rikers Island, by the way. This is actually pretty cool. I guess I could show you. Yeah, that's all. I'm gonna look at the map just to be sure, but give me 1 second here. Let me get up on this sidewalk. Yeah, let's do this. Because I'm pretty sure that right there. Let me look at the map. Zoom out. Yep. So what you're looking at here is the edge of Astoria, Queens, right? So there's this Astoria, Queens ends here. This here is Rikers Island. And all that over here is all Rikers. So as we get closer, you'll probably get a better view. Now let me see if I can find. I have no clue where they're playing. Are those them over there? Let's go. Well, got some watch hours, right? Why not? I'm hungry too, Edwin. I'm getting friggin' hungry too. You can get out like kind of on the water over there. Maybe I'll take you out for a second. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take you out on there. I could maybe. Let's see. Go park up here. That's not there. Blue. Pulling in here for a second. All right, guys, let's go take a walk. I don't know where they're playing, but let's go take a walk. I'll go show you out on the water out on Rikers. Sound like a plan? Grab a cig. Okay. Let's grab a Twiggy. Grab one of these. This over here. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. Let's disconnect over here. Okay. No. Rikers is not Sing Sing, I don't believe. I believe those are two different entities, I believe. All right, I'll go out. We'll give you a look at this. Okay. My sunglasses. Okay, guys. Give me a second. Show you this here first. That's how big this island is. So I think, yeah, like we're in, yeah, oh yeah, we're over here. But as you can see, I don't think there's any other fields. I think all the fields should be in this little vicinity here. But let's show you out. Let's go take a walk. Let's go take a walk. This is actually, this is actually beautiful over here. I mean, yes, we're staring at Rikers Island, but the fact that you can kind of just come down here and walk on the rocks. You got New York City skyline back that way. Obviously, we're right off Manhattan, but you can come kind of right down here. It's staying well. That's it. That's the island. So this end of Queens, basically, and then there's a bridge way out there that takes you out onto Rikers Island. See if we get a little water. Whoa, a little dicey over here. Not too much of an outdoorsman, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can get right down here, right on the water. Looking out towards the Bronx. Nelson. Yeah, that plane. See, that plane just took off from LaGuardia. I wish I could zoom on StreamYard. David S. Cameron, I do not believe so. Not that I know of. I would think you got a pretty strong rip covering going from left to right on your screen. It's not the calmest of waters. The speedboat coming through. Oh, Mike F, you do? Those are cool. You ride it with the doors off and everything. Oh no, that's okay. I'm looking back to Cherokee. Okay. Oh no, there's two Jeeps next to me. Mike F, there's a Cherokee and a Wrangler. All right, guys. Give you a look back in at the baseball field. Yeah, Claudio Perry. The current, I wouldn't mess with this current. I really wouldn't. That's for sure. Yeah, but that's the lookout. Metro North. Hey, Teresa Murphy. There's Amtrak coming up from the north up ahead. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but those are those tracks. Amtrak train passing. New York Post building. But, all right, guys. I think I'm going to shut it down now. This has been a cool little trip. This is Randall's Island. Just so that you guys know, even tourists or locals alike, I mean, this is an open island. These fields, obviously, you need permits to play actual games on them. But they, it's an open park, basically. Like I said, there's a lot of city stuff that goes on here. But I'll probably just end it right here. Rodri! Thanks for joining, man. We're about to shut it down. Yes. Well, David S. Cameron. I'd have to kind of look at the map to be sure. because now I'm kind of like, because there's so many like inlets and creeks, and I guess this is the East River still. I'd have to look at the map though, to be honest with you, because the East River should be bordering Manhattan, which is in front of us. So I'm not sure if this island is just this island. I think must be just stuck in the East River. But yeah, you're on the east side of Manhattan, same basic body of water, so to speak. Thank you, Jen. Octavia, hey, also Octavia, about to shut it down. But thank you for stopping in. We just took a ride over to Randall's Island. Oh, you got that Rubicon, Mike F? That Rubicon? I think dope. Man, being here makes me want to play some baseball, huh, Teresa Murphy? Look at this. Used to play on these fields in high school. Crazy stuff. But yeah, right. A lot of green. A lot of green. Yeah, David S. Cameron. It's kind of almost hard to tell exactly what that body of water is, so I don't want to say for sure. But you're probably right, because it would make sense that is part of the East River. I don't know, a plane taking off from LaGuardia. I ride bikes around here. Yep, yep. This guy's got the Rubicon over here. Very, 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 very nice. But yes, yes, absolutely. You'll see a lot of that, Edwin. You'll see that there's certain places like picnic, like all these areas. There's people kind of hanging out. You can see them. I didn't even realize there's people down there on the water. There's some other people over there with bikes. So yeah, the public parks are used for that often here in New York City for obvious reasons. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go try to find this baseball game. They got to be here somewhere. They're probably down over there. They might be playing that red team over there. Not sure, but thank you.